Waveform thing?
All the time.
All the time.
Nice.
The funny thing, Audacity is always full of dicks. You just have to look hard enough.
4 dudes molding dicks. This is an entirely heterosexual
Like,
podcast.
for example, the last few things I just said, there's like 3 dicks.
Anyways, welcome to the Black Mind Podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to
show.
Black Mind Games Podcast, episode I don't fucking know anymore.
180. I think it's 180.
180?
I think that's yeah.
Jesus, tap dancing Christ with all those wasted hours.
Uh-huh.
So many. What are we doing? I don't know. Being professional radio hosts, I think.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think we're professional. None of us have like a
Yeah.
proper
Are we
mic in
getting
front of us.
paid? Because I'd love to get paid to just talk shit on the internet.
We just need a
Rory
freaking
wants.
host.
By
That's
the
all
way,
we-
Rory wants to basically be Alex Jones, just so everyone knows. So you can basically talk shit on the internet and
Turn the
get paid.
frickin' frogs gay.
So we're gonna talk about one really quick thing first that I brought up
Political?
before. It's a little political. It's more fucking retarded bullshit.
I would say that. I would give you that.
Because Patreon literally can't keep itself to the to its own standards. So Sargon of Akkad got banned from Patreon,
This
and
was
it wasn't
a week
like.
ago.
Yeah, this is a week ago, and they've been doubling down ever since. They doubled down. People call them on the double down. They doubled down again with the recent news they posted. It's like, oh yeah, it's da-da-da-da reasons why we banned him, and it's because he said the N-word on a podcast on a live stream where he was talking to white supremacists. You want to know what he said to the white supremacists? You're acting like a bunch of N-words. And I'm like, how is that not the biggest insult towards like white nationalists to be compared to the thing that they consider lesser?
Mm-hmm.
On top, but the thing is Patreon says, oh yeah, you're not allowed to do anything like racist or like wrong with the world on Patreon. This happened on YouTube. And on top of that, this happened 11 months ago. Dumb bullshit happened.
It's always bullshit, guys. It's always bullshit.
Man.
This is fucking bullshit. But no, so Rory actually had heard about this, which actually makes me kind of giggle because I always picture Rory as the least.
It's because it's an off season, so I'm unemployed fucking couch potato right now, which means I'm watching just a shit ton of YouTube basically.
That's fair.
And yeah, I just surf around and see a lot of shit. So yeah, you pick up on some stuff.
Yeah, I love the fact
the
that
world's a terrible place, and then you
what
hate it.
makes it even funnier for me is there's a YouTuber who I was like, if he ever talks about this, I would be surprised. And it's Shadiversity, who's like, oh, here's all this medieval like lore stuff like that. What kind of fantasy creatures? And he's like, this is the Patreon situation.
I have also seen that guy.
And I saw that video and I was like, oh man, this guy's probably far left. I really don't want to know if I want to sit through like someone from the left wing trying to justify Sargon's banning again because I sat through like an hour video where somebody justified it. I was
You're a glutton for punishment, aren't you, Allan?
No. The thing is
you watch hour-long videos to make yourself mad?
I wanted to hear what his entire argument was because I've been trying to be like less immediately jump the gun for stupid reasons.
That's
You've been
fair.
trying to be less of an ass. You've been trying to be less of a.
I was like,
being able to like see another perspective in an argument is a very valuable skill, and not a lot of people have.
with me going into political science, sociology, and history, I need to be able to do that. So like I've got to like start practicing it now. But I didn't watch the Shadiversity video because I was like, I don't want to do this right now. I'm just furious because I had a bullshit morning first thing this morning. So I saw the video go up and I was like, you know what? I'm going to ignore it. And then I saw screen posts from it on Twitter where Shadiversity's like, no, Sargon was illegitimately banned from Twitter. Patron. I was like, Shadiversity has morals. Shadiversity has ethics. Fucking rights.
Oh my God.
I immediately went there and turned off ad block and watched him. I've actually today has been a really weird day for me about with dumb politics and stuff like that.
I found out today that I passed database. I don't have to deal with SQL ever again.
Rory, what did you do today?
Velociraptor noises of distress. I slept until 4 p.m. and then watched YouTube.
Sounds like something I would do. It
Oh
sounds
my
like something
God!
I used to do.
I'm not even mad.
It's almost Christmas. I'm allowed to be a lazy fuck.
Are you? Did you watch that video I linked to you last week about the Maccabi and Janus series?
Yes, I did. You fucking nerd.
Hey, fuck off! Did you love them?
They look cool. They look cool.
The only other guard faction I think you'd like for 40K is the Death Corps of Krieg, and I can link you a video of that. But that's an hour and 15 minutes.
I already know about the Death Corps of Krieg. Nah, dude. Man. I don't know. I'm less a fan of the
boys in green.
The ecclesiarchy pushing factions, especially ones that are better on the defensive than the offensive.
That's fair. No,
I like orcs and I like Mechanicus because they're fucking weirdos.
That's fair.
I like the factions that have the best memes. That's it.
So literally the Mechanicum and the orcs.
Yes. and the Thieving Magpies.
And the Thieving Magpies. Who, by the way, fuck your transfers.
What?
So I ordered specialty paper to print transfers on and stuff like that to do your Blood Ravens. This is a Christmas.
Yes.
This is a Christmas present I got for Rory.
Yeah, the one that you told me about 6 months ago. That you're just hey, I'm gonna give you these for your birthday, and I'm like, okay. And then,
my birthday was 2 months ago. I was like, well, I guess it's for Christmas now.
Yeah. I'm like, that's still 6 months away. So Alan's a fucking spaz.
The company I bought, the place I bought them from, the guy who normally does it, I normally go out and buy stuff from. They said I went down there yesterday and I was talking with them, and so a fun fact happened. It turns out that it arrived in Edmonton today. Key word there is arrived in Edmonton. It hasn't arrived at the shop yet. So I'm like, so should I even expect this before Christmas or maybe even New Year's? He's like, I don't even know. We've been waiting on this for 2 months,
So you're not even going to get... You've had months, Allan.
But
I'm disappointed.
That's the thing, because when I initially was going to do it, I was going to do it back in when I initially got laid off. And I bought the models the day I got laid off. But I was just like, well... I'm not super rushed because Christmas is 2 months away basically. So I primed them, paint them, baited. They're basically done. I have to do the silver parts on them, but the transfers are things I'm waiting on now because.
All right, look, dude, you don't have to worry. Just I didn't even ask for these things. You told me you were going to give them to
I know.
me. Chill. Just do it.
I'm going to get them done for you.
All right, settle down, Spaz.
Fuck off.
I'm not excited. Look, this is just this is you going out of your way to give me something, and I'm just oh, that's really nice. But you don't have to stress yourself out about getting it to me on time.
I'm literally fucking damn it. If the models, if the transfer sheets had shown up this week, which they were supposed to, I would have been giving you them next Sunday. Now I can't, and I'm so that's the thing I'm more mad about is the fucking postal service being bullshit. I'm still waiting on packages that I've been waiting on for 2 months for now.
What'd you order them through?
I ordered them through Etsy. And Etsy normally gets stuff there within a week. And
where were you ordering them from? Were you ordering from the States?
Nope, from Ukraine. They sent me
that might be the problem.
No, they sent the tracking number. It's even funnier because I saw the tracking number. I got the last thing they sent it on. The last time they updated was on the November 25th, and it was yes, it's in customs in the Ukraine, and I was like, God damn it. So I was just like, fucking awesome, guys. I guess I'm just not getting this stuff. I've also got another package I'm waiting on for a friend because he sent it to my place because wasn't going to be sure if he was going to be in town when he ordered it. He's been back now for 2 months now since he ordered it, and we still haven't received it. That one's coming from Russia, and we're still like, where is this thing?
Yes, a note to all of our American listeners. Yes, Allan actually works for the Kremlin. It's actually quite funny how we met. Allan is actually a communist.
I did not understand that joke. Okay.
How do you not? Do you not know what the Kremlin is?
No. Did I do something wrong? Am I exposing the rock that I'm living under right now?
The Kremlin is the parliament of Russia.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. I don't really know or care about Russian politics all that much.
Most people don't. The only people
I like the
who do
Putin
are...
I like the Putin on a horse memes. Those are funny.
Everybody likes those.
In other news.
And that one those memes about that one Russian governor who was like sent to oversee Ukraine, and everyone like started drawing her as like a cute waifu. That was
you mean the military commander who is a naval officer too, which means she's even more badass than like the army. And what makes it even funnier is everybody saw her. She's like, this is a Russian admiral. What?
Yeah, like she's sent to oversee Ukraine, and suddenly it's no longer a war crime because cute waifu.
It's like no, Russia can
fucking hilarious.
Russia can have Ukraine. Actually, Putin made a statement today too that actually surprised the fucking shit out of me.
What did he say? He said something retarded, and it's hilarious.
No, you know what he said?
What did he say?
Gays are dandy.
He was talking about Brexit today.
Oh.
You know what? And the thing he said was, I'm worried for democracy in England because they people keep demanding a referendum again and again and again for something that was put to the Democratic vote and put through. Her job now is to see that Democratic vote through, and she's stalling. He straight up calls Theresa May out as like a fraud, and I'm like, it's bad when the guy who literally runs like one of the most corrupt countries in the world is calling you out.
Like, that's really dishonest, dude. You need to, like, what are you doing? That's super crooked.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? What?
Like, your hand's in my pocket right now. You're stealing my wallet. Think about it.
And then what makes it even funnier is he turned around and was like, no, if England just like immediately stepped out of the EU tomorrow, Russia would offer up any trade deal they want. And I'm like, so England has trade deals coming from Canada, US, and Russia and China if they step out of the EU. Four of the top 10 markets of the world.
Yeah.
Fucking do it.
Just do it.
Bitch.
Oh, okay. Cool.
What?
Man, fucking Britain is horrifying.
It's become an apocalypse.
It's on the verge. Geez,
like
man.
the Orwell. It's just a fucking Orwellian nightmare there.
It's becoming an Orwellian nightmare. And the thing is, it's starting to leach into Canada a bit. And I'm just like, we need to get Trudeau out. We need to get Trudeau out because if we don't, he's actually one of the biggest enablers of it too. But the thing is with England, it's even funnier because I linked Count Dankula today in the chat.
You're a great person.
Because
a wonderful being.
Because Count Dankula is amazing.
I wouldn't go that far.
He's
pretty good.
He's pretty good.
I've seen some of his content around. It's pretty fucking solid.
He's a free speech advocate, so I stand behind him with that.
That's I can agree with. That's something I can actually give.
But the thing is, I was like, I'm sorry, Josh, we're talking a lot of politics right now because like we immediately started on Stargate. It's just been a train of roller coaster stuff about what happened this past month.
I'm just learning right now. I'm like, wee.
Josh secretly wants to become a military naval officer.
I'm going to touch on three more political points that I just remembered. One.
Okay.
So
we're on a train.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We started this train. You guys had a chance to
Allan,
diverge.
I want to point out the only topic you actually have on the topic list is No Nut November. So unless this is just a really big segue, I'm disappointed in you.
I haven't touched the fucking like thing in
You
forever.
haven't touched a lot of things lately from your topic list. Hey-oh.
I like that one. That's a good one. But okay, one. So there was a communist march in Russia today, like with the banners and somebody walking with a picture of Stalin, and I was like, oh.
We need to go back, I guess.
We need to stop. The yellow vest, the European spring has been declared apparently. Where they're like, no, we like a lot of countries are like, all the workers in a lot of countries are like, no, we want out of the EU because we're tired of getting bullied around. And which again, if you haven't heard, with like France literally in like civil war at this point, on the verge of it.
Like, man,
and,
like,
you know what makes it even funnier? What makes it even funnier for me is the fact that I was watching. I follow a YouTuber who's like in Romania, and he's just like watching this happen. And he made immediately comment as like, yeah, so I got a picture from as he was making a live stream, he's like, so I just got a picture from a guy from France, and they're like, oh, and it's like, yeah, and he puts it up on screen, and there are these they're like these slate gray armored combat vehicles. They don't have heavy machine guns or anything on them. They're just armored cars. But there's a very distinct symbol on it. It's a blue square with 12 fucking yellow fucking stars in it. It's like, that's not the French military. And it was at that point everybody realized, oh my God, the EU is literally Nazi Germany. And so there's been uprisings in Germany, Romania, Austria, Italy, Belgium, all across Europe to get out of the EU now, because the moment that picture went out, like apparently a bunch of people were like, no, we're backing the French on this. We want out. We all want it. And it's like, wow, one move.
Oh boy. That's exciting. Man, Europe's fucked.
Yeah.
Man, it shocks me how little of this actually makes it over to us. Because, like, that seems like pretty big, interesting news. But we just don't hear anything about it. Or, like, anything that's happening in France, I only hear in, like, occasional YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Or, any of the shit that's happening in South Africa, if you've seen that shit.
I have.
Boy.
Oh, boy.
Man, none of that's getting covered over here.
One more thing. So, Trump put up the up on GoFundMe. He put up a thing for $1 billion to see if he can get them.
Trump.
Is it not Trump?
It's it's one of his supporters.
Okay, so he put up the to build the wall fund for $1 billion, and that's just like to start building the wall. And within 3 days, they had hit $4 million. I was like, that says a lot, guys. That says a lot.
I mean, here's the thing: is like it's becoming a national like holiday now that like they'll just have government shutdown day.
Yep.
And
no,
like
Trump has like put the Democrats on point by saying, no, you're gonna give me this wall, or I'm gonna shut the government down. Like the Republicans did too.
Wait, the wall's actually happening? Holy
Apparently,
shit.
yeah. And I'm just like, oh my God, Trump is just grabbed.
We'll see.
That's the thing. I don't think it's gonna happen. It's gonna be funny if it does, because even I'll be like, holy shit. I mean, it'll create jobs, and it'll like create like a bunch of construction work along the border.
I mean, what needs to happen is that like Canada needs to build a wall between us and the United States just to keep ourselves
a little bit safe. Like, no, we don't need a wall. We need to invent force field technology.
Just the South Park giant wall.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, we got like cool shit behind you, buddy.
We got a lot of cool shit over here.
Like we have to have like Anyways, like I'm just fucking.
I'm sorry. I wanted to get these topics really quickly out of the way because I know Josh doesn't like talking politics, and I know even though it's fun to find out that Rory doesn't mind talking about politics, I don't want to bore him with talking about politics. So.
No, I don't like. I don't like taking sides on politics when I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no,
I'll discuss them all day.
Yeah, which is fair. Which is a good way to do it. But yeah,
I am just looking up her wrestling right now, so keep talking.
Hey,
don't worry. We'll get to something that you definitely know and can bitch about in a minute here.
Do we want to talk about it right now?
I mean, unless you have something
WWE
you want to
no
finish
mercy.
on.
I'm done. Like that was me like furiously fapping for 5 minutes there to get through politics just to get it done fast enough that we could have a
Speaking
normal.
about fapping, how about that No Nut November, Alan?
Again, I started that. That was there.
Oh shit! What a fucking segue! I'm bringing it back. Why did you put No Nut November on the list, Alan? Are you going to talk about it, or are you going to punk out like a bitch?
Again, that was from the start of November when I found out about
bitch.
But I will talk about No November right now if you want.
I think you mean Dick Destroy December.
Basically, yeah. Now, but yeah. Not November happened. We're on to Destroy Dick December. Get on it, boys. Beat
I've
that
been
meat.
doing.
I mean, it's the 21st. I'm pretty sure most of the dicks have fallen at this point.
No.
bruised.
They're bruised right now. We'll know by the 31st who
They're
has the
bruised and
strongest dick.
battered, but the old soldiers are still ready to march in the parade.
Yep.
I'm sorry. The
Sorry,
only thing I can
stand
think
at
of is
attention
people,
and march in the
walking
There we
parade.
go.
Like walking
I
in
was
the
about to
march.
say that. Oh my
I
god.
fucked
The only
up the
thing I
code
can-
a little bit.
The only thing I can think of is people walking in a march with their legs wide open in a swagger, but their dicks are really hurting, so they're like, "Oh,
Yeah, they're just sort of like crab walking
There's
Yeah,
only
exactly.
like
because their balls are so tender.
there's only like 200 of them like walking through like the streets, and it's just like okay, these are the guys who did Destroy Dick December all month. And it's like yep, and it's like okay, so
9 more days, lads. Or 10 more days, lads.
yep, 10 more days,
no.
boys.
I can't do it." No.
But now we know that those are the men who have the endurance and the balls to actually keep going.
Or they're just pushing rope.
Yep, or they're just pushing rope.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Oh my god, this is where this conversation again. With every podcast, we end up talking about dicks. Fucking
Okay, so
10 out of 10.
do we want to talk about it now?
What do we want to talk? What are we talking about?
The fact Super Best Friends is gone. It's fucking gone.
It's
over.
turbo dead.
Just they put out a video earlier this week, just like, yo, it's fucking over. We're all just gonna continue doing our own things, and it's just gone. And there's a million compilations of my 3 weird YouTube dads just broke up. What do have compilation?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Actually, so I'm gonna quickly give my thing on this.
Their subreddit is overflowing with people just shit posting through the pain.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like the memes
I
are
would
great,
believe
but it still sucks.
They're in pain, but they're gonna keep doing their job. They're true soldiers. Salute them. But
Yeah. Exactly.
But the thing is, like, I heard about it from here on chat, and I was just like, "Oh, so what happened? Is it a drama reason?" It's like, no, they just want to go. And I find, and Jeff, I don't really think really responded. It's just like they just want to break up. I think the response was they're splitting up. Two of the founders are no longer friends, and Matt Pack is also it fucking sucks. And I'm like, okay, that does suck.
Yeah.
And then I went online.
Yeah,
It's like,
the actual reasons are a mystery, or at least very, very well kept secret. Yeah, the only reason given is just Matt and Pat are no longer friends, and I mean it sort of makes sense. I've not been watching their content as closely as I used to.
Yeah.
But Matt's not been showing up on a couple of the later podcasts. The two in question haven't really been. Yeah, like
on the same thing
like
at the same time.
Some people saw it coming, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not entirely out of the blue, and they all two of them still have their YouTube channels, and one's just basically a full-time streamer now.
Wooly. Fucking.
No, Pat's the streamer.
Is
Wooly
Pat
has
the
a
streamer?
channel.
Yeah, Pat
Is a streamer.
Streams. They
all
all
have streams, but Pat is like he doesn't have a YouTube channel. He is just basically a full-time streamer.
That's fair. Okay, that's yeah.
Whereas Wooly has Wooly Versus, which
Yep.
is actually pretty good, and Matt has what was it called?
What happened? And also,
I can't
he actually
remember.
has a bunch of little mini series. Really, I forget the half of them.
Yeah, he's got a channel for his content, and Pat and Wooly are still doing the Super Best Friend cast as a new podcast called Castle Super Beast. But yeah, like that's how it's continuing.
Yeah, which is fair. Like they're, in other words, it's basically them splitting ways because the two of them aren't friends anymore. It's fair to break up and stuff like that, and they're going off to do their own things. And again, that's fair. Like that's what I assumed was going to happen. But I was just like, I don't follow Super Best Friends. What the fuck's happening, guys?
Yeah, well, I mean, I haven't watched them consistently in years. So, like, I've only watched like a video here or there. Past. I think I mean I didn't drop off them too recently. It was a couple of months ago, less than a year. But
I'll tell you right now, I've been paying super close attention, and this is like the most shittiest thing ever for me.
Yeah,
It's like,
I know you
what
watched
do
them
I
a
fill
lot.
this fucking void now? What do I put in it?
Well, I mean, they're still
Does spaghetti-
around.
Does the spaghetti fit in this hole?
They're
No.
still- they're
What is
still-
duct tape.
They're still doing things. You can.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm willing to
Not
bet
the
you've got a.
same. It's so not the same.
Yes,
I mean,
it
it's
is.
the podcast is still there.
You can go back and
Whatever,
watch
I'll
old
check
episodes too.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
I'm
that's even
willing
more
to bet there's
depressing.
backlogs that you haven't watched.
No. That's the thing. I've watched it all.
Oh fuck! Wow.
Jesus.
So this is really hard on me.
Oh,
no,
this
like,
is-
can't
So in
imagine.
other words, we need to get you a new source of fucking crack.
Yep.
there's nothing like these guys. Like it's gone.
Like I think the only
They were-
content that I ever skipped out on, I think it's like anything that's super really fucking anime. So like they're
So anytime that Wooly talks about Gundam, in
Did
other
you
words.
watch all of the Did you watch all of the DMC playthroughs?
I watch those. I
you
mean
watch
that's
all of
not
the-
that's not quite.
Did
That's
you
not
watch
quite- I
all
don't
of the
think-
Dark Souls ones?
I pretty much watched those.
Did you watch all of the David Cage games?
Sure did.
Oh fuck. Did you watch all? Did
again-
you watch the JoJo one? That's anime.
You should watch the JoJo
which
ones.
one?
They're actually really good.
JoJo Eyes of Heaven.
Oh, I totally watched that one.
Oh,
'Cause,
fuck.
Again,
It's JoJo.
because it's JoJo. I mean, it's like
You
this is the
said you
only
didn't
ad-
watch
like-
anime, and that's like the most anime.
No. Let me explain something here. The one that I'm referencing to is the Persona Fez or no Persona. It's one of Wooly and Matt recently.
I don't know.
I can't remember the name of that game, but
F.E. Sharp, the Persona fucking
Yeah.
Fire Emblem crossover game. That's really just a Persona game with like some Fire Emblem like coat of paint on it.
exactly. So really, the more I was like, oh, we're gonna watch this, and
Did you watch
the more
all
they
of
got
the Old
into
Republic?
It, the more I was just fucking bored. I was just so bored. I was like, I'm not watching this anymore.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Like it was mostly the ones that had like my favorite playthroughs were Pat and Wooly.
Yeah. And another one is when they're going through Kingdom Hearts that I kind of wanted to like just not even start, but once I started watching it, I was like, "Oh, this is actually
Kingdom
kind of
Hearts
funny."
Kingdom Hearts is not continuing, so you might as well not start it.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is like I watched a few episodes of it. I'm like, "Oh, this is still funny because Kingdom Hearts in itself is just stupid, so they can just make fun of that."
You could go to like if you want another streaming service that's okay, I guess. Go to Nan Cave. I guess they kind of have
Nan Cave?
Yeah,
These guys, Allan.
No,
you
they're
can't
not-
replace these guys.
I know I can't. I'm trying to give a.
They've
safe,
been around for 10 years, and
I'm
people watch them
trying to give
consistently
us-
throughout that.
I'm trying
you
to
can
give
watch
them.
all the old stuff. Like how old was the stuff you watched? Did you watch the like Chrono Trigger playthrough, Metal Gear Rising?
I am trying to think back of like what was like the first couple of things I've watched. And actually, you know what? Let me just look up the YouTube channel because I could probably just point out, oh, it's this episode, and you'd be like, oh, that's pretty early.
Whoa,
Was it Switcher?
something happened.
There we
It
go.
was called The Switcher. You could just find it with Super Best Friends Play.
I got it. Okay, now let's look at videos, and let's keep going down the list, and I'll keep going until I just don't recognize anything.
Man, okay, so if
That's
I
fair.
go back down...
I haven't
in
watched any other
playlists.
content, so I have a huge backlog if I ever want to go back and watch it. Mind you, I wasn't really a big fan of Super Best Friends when they were on like Machinima and stuff like that, and even when they went off on their own.
I thought those were pretty cool, but...
No, they were fun, and I'm not disagreeing with that. It's just like they weren't my like preference of stuff. What?
Someone on the Reddit is like, I don't think we're getting their top 10 of 2015, guys. Because Because they brought out like their top 10 of 2013 like 3 months like in March of 2014, and then they brought out their top 10 of 2014 during like the end of the year in 2015.
Oh my god.
So people were just assuming that it would come out eventually, but I don't think we're getting it, guys.
That's fucking awesome. I'm not even mad. Like they're like again, as you said, they're memeing
No, like
their
I
way
said, the shit posts are the strongest. Like people are like, once again, Wooly fails to keep a threesome going.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's a hard in joke right there.
Yeah, it is.
Wait,
That's an
what?
old one. There's really okay. So before Wooly was officially one of the best friends, there's like this old footage of him like explain like at a fucking EB Games picking up Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I think, or maybe it was MVC 3. I can't remember. Either way, it's really old. Either way, it's just him describing how he passed up having sex with 2 incredibly attractive bisexual girls so he could go get Marvel
God
vs.
damn it, Wooly.
Capcom, and he's just sounds so dejected, and they're all there just taking the piss out of him to the point where later on. Like another game's coming out, and Matt's describing how he's like, oh man, on the way here I ran into 2 incredibly hot bisexual women, and it was totally worth it. I went home, I banged the shit out of them, it was amazing, and I got here still in time to get the game. And then Wooly shows up and he's like, oh, I gotta go.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's the joke.
Yeah.
Yep. There's so
Oh,
many.
Like their
fucking-
in jokes were the strongest.
Their
okay,
in jokes,
so
their in jokes are fucking great.
Like freaking, if I can remember, one of them was the Woolly's Woolly Hole,
Yes.
and how they kept talking about Grandma's Swamp, and I was like, it's just like this dank, dirty swamp area that he lives in.
Yeah.
All the creepy shit's in there. We even had a video of what was it? Of Wooly trying to just get his mail, and it made everything to look like Silent Hill. So he's just running around his apartment, and then finally at the end they're like, "Dude, I thought getting to your apartment's real hard. Are we close?" And he's like, "No, dude, I'm just trying to get the mail." Oh, fuck off!
Yeah. Fuck, like, again, the Super Best Friends weren't, like, one of my favorite series, but I know why people love them, because they were phenomenal. Like, it's, again, they are a staple to the, like, Let's Play channels of, like, the world.
Yeah, and like they were never actually that huge, like to the point where it was like there was a running joke that basically the people that they repped for that were smaller than them passed them almost immediately, because they never did anything to actually grow their channel beyond doing exactly what they wanted. They never like covered new games or did anything. They never appealed to YouTube trends. They just did what they wanted, and like they had an incredibly loyal fan base because of that.
Yep.
Even if it wasn't the fastest growing.
They didn't do what Game Grumps did.
Mm-hmm.
Quick, what's the fastest growing game on Twitch? Play it hard. Then what's the fastest growing game on Switch on the fucking Steam? Do it.
Yeah, that is exactly what Game Grumps did. It's the reason why I don't watch them.
I stopped watching them. Like some of their videos.
like there's like a point in time where it's like, man, Smash just came out. We're gonna play this weird Japanese fighting game where you take panty shots to deal damage.
Yep, I've heard about that one. Yep. Jeff, you did not hear
On
that
the
wrong.
day Smash came out.
When
Yeah,
Smash-
I think the first like I watched a lot of their older stuff, but the first stuff I watched on their channel was when they were doing Chrono Trigger and Way of the Samurai 4, or was it just it was one of the Way of the Samurai games, and those were fucking hilarious. And I've just been watching them on and off, like sometimes pretty consistently, sometimes not very consistently since then.
So is it safe?
Man, it's a bummer that they're gone.
Is it safe to say that like this was like something like this is like when the Beatles broke up?
I mean, kinda, at least for their fans. Like the people who are like fans of this are fans because are basically just hardcore. Like anyone who's a fan of the Best Friends is it's like is like a hardcore fan from what I'm seeing. Like people are devastated.
Yep.
It's a major bummer.
I feel really bad for them. Like it's like, hey, how's your December going? You guys want a really cool Christmas present this year? Yeah, Best Friends is over.
Yeah, like no, in their final video, one of the lines is just like, I mean, on the upside, this means that your 3 weird dads breaking up means you get 3 separate Christmases.
I'm not even mad. I approve.
Like the last video is is just so sad because it's the 3 of them in separate rooms with separate recording setups, just addressing like the audience directly, separately, and it's just
yeah.
That's the bummer.
I haven't watched their final one yet, so like I guess I'll have to sit down and see how it goes. But fuck, man, I don't know how to respond to that. Like, holy shit, dude.
Like, it's the real, like, and they ended it with like a lot of dignity, and there's like no details about the drama, which I feel like is a good thing because otherwise, like, people might get blamed. They might like, evil. Yeah, they might find it a whole bunch more bitter than they otherwise would.
I don't think there was much drama about it. I think it was just like them just growing apart.
There hasn't been, despite the fact that like there's been like people theorizing that there was like big drama surrounding it, like the same as when Liam left the channel.
Yeah.
But like details have been very sparse, so no one knows exactly why. They just chose to.
Yeah,
I thought I read somewhere for Liam it was like a stress issue.
Yeah, he said it was a mental health thing. But that's also like a very vague reason. He said he wanted to quit because he wanted to focus on his mental health. So it could have been anything.
Yeah.
And I don't want to speculate, but they handled it the exact same way as that, where it's very vague, and it's just this is the way it is now, and they handled it with dignity and respect, and it's the best way for it to go out, honestly.
Would you say that this was better than the way that would you say this has been a lot better for like what am I trying to say? Would you say this has been a lot better than when like John left Game Grumps or something like that?
Way better from what I've seen.
See, I don't watch Game Grumps like at all. My brother watched it for a while. I occasionally see like an animatic somewhere that's like funny, but so I can't really comment on like how it compares because I'm not nearly as invested in Game Grumps as I was in Super Best Friends.
Let me put it this way, Rory: the amount of speculation about the drama and the reason why John left. It was over the top
everywhere.
And the thing was they didn't. Aaron didn't address because John left, and Aaron. I think it was. John said, "Yeah, I'm going back to do New York to do my own stuff," and like that was the reason why they gave. But it was done in my opinion, such a poor way that the fans immediately started speculating. Like, no, there was drama. What happened? And a lot of people were like, Aaron did something to John. John said something to Aaron. And I'm just
exactly. And there's a lot more dignity with the way the best friends are ending.
Yeah.
It's not like something where like they sat there and they were like, this is what happened and this is very cleanly what happened. They're doing it where it's like it's not the fans.
And maybe that speculation will crop up as time goes on and people get over their
animosity,
their grief. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like all the Super Best Friends are still around. They've all had side projects going for a while, and those side projects are just going to be more active now.
Yeah. They are now. They're no longer side projects. They're main projects now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. It was their Man vs. Wild video. Now I got it.
Yeah, it was the Man vs. Wild video. That was where the seeds of discontent were spread. They just carried on for an additional 8 years to make sure that people didn't know it was the Man vs. Wild video.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wait, no, that was the first one you saw. Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I was like, no, that's the first one. I was like,
snake
these guys
to
are
drink
funny.
it later.
Jesus Christ. Just being quiet throughout this whole thing. Just scrolling through the YouTube, going like, what do I remember first watching?
I mean, I'm pretty sure
what was the first thing? I gotta find that out. Oh.
The first thing I ever saw was probably one of the things that cropped up on Machinima.
Same.
But, that's probably one of the same. Yeah.
But I couldn't tell you which
did
one.
watch their highlights for Dark Souls 3, and I fucking loved it. And it was the reason why I started listening to a song from Persona 5. And I was just like, fuck it. Thank you guys for making this fucking video series. I fucking love you.
Yeah. No. Oh man.
But
Like
oh man, when they go to fight, what's his name? The fucking void dragon in the underground. We're like, remember when we did it? Yeah, Madeir. Fuck. They put out a Persona 5 song for that shit, and it was great. I was like, this is 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I know. Like the people who make like compilation videos of the best friend stuff are just like these are like the super fans because they edit together fucking like 20 hours of footage or more, like, or way more depending on the playthrough into like an hour or two of content, and it's always just fucking great.
Yep. Oh man, no. Fuck. What was it? I personally just think that them breaking up isn't a bad thing. It might lead them to doing better stuff. It might lead them to doing worse stuff because hey, we all saw what happened with the Game Grumps. JonTron came back, which is cool.
Well, no one's taking over the main channel.
Yeah.
Or anything like that, which I feel is the key difference between Game Grumps and this, is that they're not just changing it and keeping it running like a business. This was their like they were friends. This was their thing that they did together as friends. And now that they're no longer friends, they're doing their own separate things, and the main channel is dying off.
Yeah,
which I think is a lot more of a concise way to end it.
Yeah, which is, in my opinion, way better than what happened with Game Grumps and JonTron and all that fun jazz. Mind you, JonTron is still fucking amazing to watch.
I mean, like, I'm going to say this, and I'm just going to make my 2 cents known because I feel like if I don't, then somebody's going to, like, jump all over me. But,
jump right down your throat.
Yeah. Like, I don't think that this is the be-all, end-all. Like, I heard about it happening, and I was like, oh, that sucks. And
oh, no, this is like a very small channel, like, relatively speaking. It's just, it's one that has a personal effect on me, so I wanted to talk about it. And Josh.
Yeah, and
apparently,
I heard about it, and literally, like, my response was like this is something that Josh has got to talk about. And, like, I think that, like, this is something where it's like the internet's bleeding a little bit. And I think that it's like
this knife was stuck in our gut, twisted twice, and then pulled out.
Yeah. This was like
not that extreme, but hey,
this was like the YouTube gaming channel that was consistently entertaining and also consistently honest. Like they never chased, like I said before, they never chased YouTube trends. They never just played what was popular. And like when they were no longer friends, they just decided to end it. I feel like ending on that honesty is pretty poetic in a way because like that's what people liked about this channel is because it was very honest, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, we spent like half an hour on this topic. Do we have anything else? Or
actually, I want to put one last sentence on this, and that is, for all we know, it might not be dead. It might be them actually like, no, we're not friends anymore, and then coming back like maybe a year later and restarting it back up.
I mean, that's always a possibility that they could fucking make up, but we'll see.
Yeah, that was my last 2 cents. Yeah. Hey, Josh.
Yes.
Played a Hat in Time, did you?
I sure did.
That game is
ravioli. Do not lewd the hat, Loli.
Do not lewd the spider lolly.
Do not lewd the spider lolly either. Oh yeah, I guess we could talk about Spider-Verse, but yeah, Hat in Time first.
Yeah, Hat in Time first.
I haven't seen Spider-Verse yet.
Spider lolly.
I mean,
that sounds really dumb.
You know, it makes sense.
We'll talk about Hat in Time first, then we'll talk about Spider-Verse.
Alrighty, so Hat in Time. If you've ever seen it just on the internet randomly or YouTube videos, you think of as a kind of, I would say, Banjo-Kazooie-esque Nintendo 64 platformer, and I would say it's super close to what that is. And the main gimmick, or the main like shtick of this game, is that you are basically an alien space girl in a wooden ship, trying to go home, and then a incident happened where you lose all your energy for your ship. And everything falls out of your ship, and now you're trying to get it back through different planets that it landed on. All your energy is landed on. the different planets you have to go and explore.
Are you seriously talking about Hat in Time? Is that seriously the story for Hat in Time?
Yeah.
I mean, basically, you are an alien and your ship is powered by hourglasses. I mean, he's also leaving out the part where it's like a really cool like 3D platformer that's actually pretty innovative in a lot of ways, and every level has its own theme that it nails. But yeah.
Oh yeah, like the theme is super nailed really well to the point where I was the theme's nailed so hard to the point I'm like, man, I'm fighting the camera. It feels like I'm just like playing the old games. That's like the only thing as I was playing the game, I'm like, man, it feels like I'm just fighting the camera sometimes. But it's like once you tweak one or two things in the options, it plays wonderfully.
Yeah.
So and then I'm like, fuck, this game's good, and like I kind of knew where to go, like especially for like trying to find secrets and stuff, because I'm kind of a seasoned veteran at this shit. I just be like, oh, I know where to go immediately because I know where that secret is, and basically like the themes, the places you go to, especially the what's the the first place you go to is Mafia Island.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
The Mafia's in this game, boys and girls.
Yeah, so the Mafia's in the game. And so when you first get there, you're like, huh. So all these the enemy NPCs are the same dude over and over and over again. The game doesn't explain it. They're all the same dude.
They're all Mafia.
And they're all, but the thing is, they're all Mafia. So they refer to themselves as Mafia. And every time they talk about Mafia, they talk to themselves like both as a group and an individual at the same time where you're confused. So it's like, So they'd be like, Mafia is taking this orb from you because I am Mafia, and that's what Mafia do. I don't understand why I need this hourglass, but it feels like Mafia thing to do right now.
This seems like a game that like would be going great
You
on my
would
Switch.
love this game, I think. Like, I'm not even lying, Jeff. I think, in all honesty, you would love this game.
Is this a game that's gonna like make me like not like feel something inside my heart that I haven't felt in a long time?
I make no promises on that one.
It's gonna treat you better than a fucking.
Is this a game that I should stream?
I mean,
I would I would say
stream?
yes.
This is gonna require me buying shit, isn't it?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Do you own the game?
It's on sale.
I don't own the game. I don't.
Then you probably have to buy it.
And I also have to run a cable through my vent in order to hook Ethernet up to my thing to stream it.
Okay.
I have to do this properly, Rory. Let me explain to you how big of a fucking asshole idiot I am.
Okay, no, I'm familiar.
No, we're good. We got it.
We understand how stupid you are.
No, we got it.
We know how
It's 8.
we know how much of a perfectionist you are. We don't care.
I mean, like, I'm a big fan of self-deprecating humor, and I'm more than willing to jump on like kicking you when you're down. But you just take it to the point where I think you just have like a masochism complex.
I do.
Yeah. The fact that you admit it doesn't help.
No, it's the fact that
I would love to bully you, but every time I just like, man, I kick you when you're down, but my foot always comes back sticky.
Oh my god.
that was beautiful.
It's like kicking Spider-Man when he's down. Jesus Christ.
Speaking of spider and sticky,
Don't loot the spider, Lolly.
do not loot the spider lolly.
But
How was that movie?
It's actually really
That
good.
movie is great. Yes, I love the fact that Kingpin is a square.
It is the best Spider-Man movie so far, in my opinion.
I'd put it.
I would
I
put
don't know.
it.
I really liked Homecoming as well.
Homecoming's really good.
I put the two on the same level. Okay, here's the thing. I fucking love old busted fucking life is just a fucking train wreck Spider-Man.
You mean
He's my favorite.
You mean Hobo Parker as Kim and like a Ben Cameron referred to him? Like two of my friends. Oh my
Yes.
god! And, like the thing is, I was watching this movie and like initially when I started off, I was like, oh, this is gonna be like. I cringed a bit at the start because I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be like really excited about this because like I was really worried about how they're gonna do Miles Morales. Because
I thought it was going to be pretty good. From like the trailers and stuff because
I had only seen one. I had only seen one trailer. and that was the first.
I'd only seen
trailer.
one trailer as well. Same. My brother was the one who was keeping much closer track of it, and like he was gonna like it regardless because he was all on board. Well, I mean, maybe not. Like he's usually pretty good about knowing what's good and what's bad, at least from a technical perspective. But he did recommend it to me, and that's usually a good sign. My brother and I have very similar tastes, but I'm a lot more critical. And I love the movie with the exception of like one or two gaping giant plot holes. Okay. So before I get to that, first of all, the movie's fucking gorgeous.
It's gore. Oh god, I love.
And the characters it takes the time to like stay on are fantastic. Namely, Miles.
Miles
Hobo Parker, and Miles' dad.
Yeah,
are all
Miles'
really
dad
well
is
fleshed
great.
out. Are all very, very fleshed out. And
Spider-Gwen's fun. She's not bad.
Spider-Gwen is okay. She has very little screen time.
The thing is in the original comic that this movie's based off of and all that fun jazz, she played a much bigger part, but they kind of like.
Was it Spider-Gwen? Or no, I thought it was Silk who was like the leading lady of Spider-Verse in the comics.
No, it's Spider-Gwen. It's actually Spider-Gwen because they end up Miles Morales and Gwen end up dating at towards the end of it.
Yeah, but like Miles Morales and Gwen are both like background characters in that, whereas like the main line.
That's the ultimate. Miles Morales is from the Ultimate Verse.
Yeah.
And so that's the reason why Miles Morales and Gwen end up dating because Peter Parker's dead in the Ultimate Universe. Yeah, I got to explain this to my Kim, who's a big. I can't emphasize this enough, but I'm big.
Okay, I'll have to fact check because I'm not sure that's entirely how like the Spider-Verse comic run went down. But like
I don't remember. Because I know for a fact like
my memory's hazy. It's not my favorite comic run. Like if this was a Planet Hulk movie, I'd be able to tell you exactly how it went down. Which is why I couldn't. Which is why despite the fact that I love Thor Ragnarok, I was also bothered by like how different it was from Planet Hulk. But anyway.
Sidetrack off point.
I'm getting off track. Okay, so aside from the fact that the game is gorgeous and the characters that it actually takes the time to spend on are fucking fantastic. Okay, so blonde perfect has his life together Spider-Man. Okay, no. In his universe, the Ultimates universe, whatever you want to call it. Perfect Spider-Man, perfect Peter Parker has his shit together. He saved the city more times than he could count, etc., etc. And like he's like okay, and he's also that Spider-Man had also dealt with Kingpin before, as emphasized in the flashback where Kingpin's family dies.
Yeah.
So it's a known fact to Spider-Man, like beforehand, that Kingpin's a bad dude.
Yep.
And Spider-Man was in a very stable, healthy relationship with Mary Jane in that universe, correct?
Yep.
So why the fuck was Mary Jane at the fucking funeral for Spider-Man thrown by Kingpin? Like, how does she not know Kingpin's a bad guy?
Hey, you know what?
How does she not know?
It's the same reason why Fisk isn't in jail in all the Spider-Mans. He literally runs the city.
Yeah, I'm aware, but like Mary Jane knows Spider-Man and Spider-Man knows Kingpin's a bad dude. Did he not tell her?
He probably did, and just to save face, she went. Hey,
I feel like that's bullshit.
That's again.
Why is Mary Jane just like, I'm gonna hang out at this funeral where all the waiters are dressed like my recently dead husband, and the guy in charge of it is his arch nemesis who might have just killed him. Maybe. Like Mary Jane's generally a pretty smart lady. Like, did Spider-Man not mention, oh, hey, yo, Kingpin's got some sort of weird plan on. I'm going to go figure it out. Like, did he just not tell her at all?
I mean, if they're in a stable relationship, he probably just didn't bring it up. He's like, yeah, fuck Kingpin. There's
no work talk.
And he comes in, he's like, honey, I'm sorry, the work today was bad. It's like, no. Stop. Let's go eat supper, and then we'll talk. And then it just kept getting forgotten about.
Also, like, if Kingpin is like a fucking a known quantity in this universe because the Spider-Man had his shit together and had fought all the villains on like separate occasions, and this was like the Spider-Man who's already done it all. You know what? It like that's just that just sticks out as a gaping plot hole to me. Is that like how do people not already know that fucking Kingpin's a bad guy, or at least at the very least the people who were like close to Spider-Man.
It's a plot hole I'm willing to look over at least.
Yeah, like the movie's fantastic, and I really don't want to bring it down, but just like that one, like it bothers me that like part of the universe is not consistent.
Hey, when has comics ever been consistent though?
Typically within their own universes, to the point where they fucking introduce parallel universes to fucking fix consistency mistakes that they make. Preserving continuity is super important. That's why they fucking reset shit half the time. Because they're like, man, this is way too fucking messy. Let's just start over.
Hit the button. But sir, this is 3 issues in. Hit the damn button.
That's what Marvel's been doing a lot of lately.
Yeah, it has.
I have not paid attention to Marvel Comics since Civil War 1.
Yeah, we're on Civil War, 3 now?
There's a third one? Or maybe it was Invisible War. Or not Invisible War, Secret War.
There was a Civil War, there was also Invisible War, and then now there's Civil War 2. I think
was Invisible War or Secret War the one with the Skrulls?
Secret War.
Okay, then Secret War, Civil War 1 was around the time I stopped reading comics. Or at least those are the last big events I remember.
Yeah,
Unless
which is fair.
World War Hulk was after that. No, World War Hulk was after Civil War because they sent Hulk away so they didn't have to deal with him during Civil War.
Yeah. And Thor was apparently dead during Civil War, and a bunch of other dumb bullshit happened. And yeah.
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 Civil War is actually a good run of comics.
It was.
It was asking a lot of very important questions, I think, at the time. I don't think that it was like as bad as or as great as everyone thinks it was, because that was the comic book run that like killed Captain America.
Civil War?
No, it wasn't.
No.
Civil War ran with like Cap leading the Resistance and Tony Stark leading the.
Yeah.
And then it was taken over by.
Well, okay, so
Spider-Man.
like in Civil War in the comics, in case you're not aware, was not over any one person. It was over the whether or not heroes should be registered or metahumans in general should be registered. And Iron Man wins.
Oh, yeah.
Iron Man wins.
Like definitively. And then Hulk comes back, and he's pissed because he thinks that the Illuminati of Earth fucking killed his hot new alien wife.
Yep.
And he just whips the shit out of them for like a while. It's
like
rough.
it's hard. It's like, oh my word, Hulk.
World War Hulk.
Yeah, and then he becomes like World Breaker Hulk, and he just takes a step and fucking like almost knocks the Eastern Seaboard off, and shit gets cash.
Yeah, Hulk goes insane, from what I gathered.
Yeah, no, well, okay, yeah, Planet Hulk is fucking dope because it's basically just a Conan story starring the Hulk.
Yeah.
Yep, and it's actually it's Planet Hulk is actually a really good story in general.
Mm-hmm. That's the reason I have it in hardcover.
Oh, do you? Fuck, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Do you want to borrow it?
I would love to eventually, but not right now.
Well, I mean, we're over the internet, Allan. I can't exactly give you a physical book.
No. I mean, the reason why I'm saying not right now is as in like not till like maybe March, because I'm trying to power through a bunch of Horus Heresy stuff right now.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, like, it doesn't take that long to read a comic book. Anyway, we're getting a little off track. So yeah, Spider-Man movie.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking awesome.
Like, despite the fact that they don't get a lot of screen time, Gwen and the other Spider people are excellent for like the small role they play. Of special note is Nicolas Cage as
Spider Noir.
Spider Noir.
Fucking
is this
he's
blue?
Great.
No.
Is this purple? No.
He's fucking fantastic.
He solves
like
it before he takes it back, and then when he comes back, he's unsolved, and it's like, what the fuck, dude? Oh, that's the running gag is he can't see color and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's in black and white, so everything he sees in black and white because he comes from a black and white universe.
Also, fucking Spider-Ham is fucking great. Like him as a supporting character, fucking was just great.
One of the best lines in the movie is just like when he's going back to his universe. That's all, folks. And then just Hobo Parker in the background, just like just barely audible. It's like, can he say that? Like legally?
Yeah,
it's fucking great. So yeah, it's a fantastic movie. Do recommend go see it.
10 out of 10. I would say, not even just to see it, buy it as well.
Sure. Yeah.
Because I know some people don't like buying like those movies like immediately when they come out, but
Well,
that's actually straight up a movie that I'm like, no, go out and fucking buy it the moment it comes out.
Sure, that too.
It's a really good movie. Like, oh man, but I think my favorite character in that movie is, of course, Miles Morales, and his fucking snarky attitude with his dad.
Like I said, like the three characters who actually got like enough screen time to be real like characters are Hobo Parker, Miles, and Miles' dad, and any interaction between those three characters is great.
Yep.
Seems like I have the thing to watch.
Mm-hmm.
You should. It's excellent.
It's great. It's like a solid fucking 10 out of 10. No,
I feel
what
like
else? What?
Oh, I was going to move on. Do you have something else to say?
No, I'm up for talking about Castlevania.
Oh,
All right.
Castlevania?
Sure, we'll talk about Castlevania. I mean, this is an old list, but I sort of have something that's casually
related to it.
or tangentially Castlevania related.
I thought we talked about Castlevania. Castlevania is pretty good.
It's almost like you guys didn't update the fucking topic list at all because
We haven't been. None of us have been jumping onto it like to put stuff in other than Josh.
Oh God, I can imagine how fucking derailed the last couple of podcasts have been.
Actually, they've been pretty fucking on point.
Oh yeah, they've been really good.
Okay, but like that's your definition of on point. I know all of you guys can't fucking stop the spaghetti from falling out of your pockets half the goddamn time. So
I think you're talking about
clearly we have different standards.
Hold up. You're talking about Stefan. You do not associate us with him.
What, spaghetti?
Yeah, no, the fuck that he drops
If
spaghetti.
if you wanted to make a Stefan tangent, you should have done it when we were talking about the spider lolly.
I mean, has he even seen the movie yet? So I don't even think he knows about spider lolly.
No, he was. Yeah, no, I saw it with him and my brother.
Oh my god! So he knows
My brother
about
had already
spider lolly.
seen it, but he wanted to see it again.
So he knows about spider lolly. Oh no!
Oh no!
Anyway, so like tangentially Castlevania related things. Is that the director of Castlevania Netflix?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
this is not a confirmed thing at all. But like the director for that is like during an interview was just like, yo, someone get me the fucking Berserk license, please let me do something from Berserk that's not the Golden Age, please. And I'm like, yes,
Do it.
dude,
Yeah.
nailed Castlevania, please.
Yeah, like that's really.
You don't
good.
even have to write it; it's all there. Just animate it.
And don't use 3D.
And don't use 3D, yes, please.
Oh,
Never again.
I've seen.
We
that
were all
3D thing.
we were all hurt by that.
Stop. Give us.
I don't even watch.
Berserk we
I don't
deserve.
even watch Berserk. But even
Well,
I was
no
like,
one watches Berserk. They read Berserk, and then also occasionally watch it and then feel dirty.
except for the Golden Age. That's the only thing.
The old gold, like the movies, like the only acceptable, like the old ass anime and the movies are decent, and they're both Golden Age.
Yep.
God damn it! Give us something that's not Golden Age. Give us Lost Children. Fuck us up. That's like Lost Children is fucking dark. That's the one where you have to like stop, put the book down, and go outside for a bit. Because you need the break.
You touch the grass, except they appreciate the stuff you see around you. That was me with Goblin Slayer after I initially read through the fucking manga.
Oh god, Goblin Slayer doesn't hold a candle to like half the dark shit in Berserk.
Oh no, I know that. But the thing is like, because back when the Goblin Slayer controversy came up with like, oh, there was a rape scene in the first 15 minutes of the series. I'm like, dude, fucking Berserk does it way worse. Was my comments out loud when I saw that? Like, I watched the scene in my comment.
Berserk doesn't do it in the first 15 minutes though.
Berserk doesn't do it in the first 15 minutes, but like Berserk still does it. But Berserk is way worse, and that's my statement.
Berserk does it like Berserk. Well, okay. So as far as like main cast, I mean, in terms of non-main cast members, it happens a few more times. But in terms of main cast members, there's two, and they're awful.
They are.
Like you have to like. God, the eclipse just destroys you as a person for at least a couple days.
Yep.
I've shown people Berserk, and they came back like later, and they were like, "I had nightmares."
I didn't have. Actually, the thing is, when you showed
Not
the berserk,
you.
no, you showed me it.
Yeah, no, I showed you, but you didn't come back and tell me you had nightmares.
Yeah, no, I was like this. Like I watched the scene, I was like, wow, this is actually not that bad.
They
That was
That's
my
because
thought process. But then again, I'm fucking jaded because of fucking 40K taking all the fucking all the fun horror out of my life. Slash is a bitch.
Yeah, but like that typically doesn't follow 100 fucking chapters of character development before like brutally taking it all away with the eclipse. Oh boy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, don't watch / read Berserk if you are faint of heart.
It will hurt you in ways that you never knew you could be hurt.
I remember talking about Berserk with Cullen one time while Kim was around. And she's like, I was thinking about reading that. And I'm like, maybe you shouldn't.
Actually,
I feel like
what made me giggle all the more is Kim like I was talking to Kim about the Goblin Slayer controversy, and she's like, "Oh, really?" It's like, "Yeah, no, like the entire point of them doing that in the first 15 minutes of the episode, even it's in the first chapter of the manga too. Mm-hmm. It's like in the manga they actually like build up those first five characters. Like, yeah, these are gonna be your main characters, kind of. Where they give them quick flashbacks and everything. It's like, yeah, this fighter is like a fighting prodigy.
They give them lip service backstories, so it's slightly more like, man. Okay, I'll be honest. I don't like Goblin Slayer all that much. Not because of what it contains, because I don't particularly care about that. Just because almost immediately after that, it just turns into a kind of a generic harem anime.
Oh yeah.
Like,
does it? I didn't really think it was that.
Yep. No, it totally does. Like occasionally, like it's like, oh, the goblins showed up, and oh, there's some chick's dead body, but like no one who's like a named character. I mean, I read the manga. I didn't watch the anime because I'd already seen it. Because okay, I actually saw like a couple of like. The first time I saw Goblin Slayer was like just someone using it as a reaction image of like the Goblin King's flashback. I'm not sure if the anime has gone that far yet. When the goblins are attacking the farm.
I don't think it's gonna get that far. I think it's gonna be just a little bit before that. From the way it sounds.
That seems like the first way you'd stop. That seems like the first place you'd stop in the anime. But anyway, yeah, no, like the end of like the goblins attacking the farm is. When like you get this flashback for the Goblin King about like
how he survived,
and I saw like the page from that, and I was like, that looks actually pretty interesting. And then I read the actual thing, and there's like occasional moments of like brutality or like actual like actually really like there's some clever
I feel like
there's some good shit in there.
There's some good shit,
but it's like. It's packed between so much generic moe blob like anime garbage.
I think I actually can't help but wonder if he got fucking like the artist got and the author kind of got like after like the first like few chapters kind of got fucking like no stop we don't want another Berserk. I think was the immediate response they got.
No, I don't think so. I think the artist he's just trying to mix too much. Like he wants to do like a really brutal world, but like also wants waifus and can't fucking reconcile the two.
Yep.
So it feels a bit schizophrenic.
Yeah.
Long story short, I don't really like Goblin Slayer, but not because of the controversy.
If you take out like the fluffy stuff, it's a really good manga.
I like the emphasis it puts on like the weird like D&D like theming they throw around it is really weird because it doesn't really lean into a lot of that stuff.
It doesn't.
I'm not a huge fan of that. I feel like that's kind of a mismatch.
That feels really forced to me, actually. I agree there.
It's a lot less prevalent in the manga.
No, it's still in there, but it's like it pops.
There's like a 2-page thing.
But that's the thing.
Describe how he's like a weirdo.
Fucking out of nowhere, too, though.
Yeah, like there's a heavy emphasis.
Hard left. It's like, what? Where did this come from?
And then it just immediately ignores that thereafter.
Yeah,
like the good thing about Goblin Slayer is that it emphasizes like I've seen some people say it's like a bit like D&D in how Goblin Slayer is really good at like solving his problems in efficient an unorthodox way is like burning the goblins out and like having traps set up and shit. And like, yeah, that is the stuff that like a clever player will come up with, like in a D&D game or something. But like, I feel like that's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
That's also something that just like a clever human being would do of trying to kill a bunch of fucking vermin, right?
Fucking raping monsters that are vermin. Oh, by the way, I think my favorite response was so Sargon of Akkad actually watched Goblin Slayer, and V posted his reaction, and you know what it was? He was like, "What the fuck am I watching?" And V was like, and it's like, "So that's Goblin Slayer." It's like, Goblin Slayers, the goblins need to be fucking wiped out. I was like, Sargon, I agree with you, but holy shit, Sargon.
So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Goblin Slayer, but I like that it exists. It's making people butt mad.
It's fun, and that's my response. It's fun. Like you don't like it for like the moe and like the fluff, and I don't mind that. For everybody, it's a different thing. Like
I don't like it for the schizophrenic tone.
Yeah, and I still think that might be because like the editor's trying to like. Because that's a common problem with a lot of mangas nowadays. Is editors like
it's the same sort of problem I have with Overlord, though Overlord has it to a lesser degree, where they're trying to do like really dark fantasy, but on the other hand, it's just like look at this moe blob. Although in Overlord, it's typically so that they can kill the moe blobs in front of you.
Yep.
And they spend a bit more time building them up before they brutally murder them.
Yep.
So I feel like Overlord has the same problem, but to a lesser extent.
Yeah. From what I remember in the manga is after they kill the Goblin King, they go to meet with the
sword saint or whatever. They start hanging out in the sewers, and that's where I dropped off. That's where I stopped reading.
It gets really good from there on because you find out what resurrection requires in the world, and it's like it requires you a virgin to give up like a part of themselves, and it's like a virgin. Yeah, it requires a virgin to give up a piece of themselves to resurrect like a great hero. And it's done in such a again, I'm like, I read that and I'm like, I had to read it like a few times. And I'm like, oh my God, she had to have sex to bring him back to life. I'm not even fucking mad about that. That's a clever way to do that.
She slept with a corpse.
Basically.
Wait, you have to bang someone back to life?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
Go read it. And it's the healer chick. Because, again, after the Goblin King, when they go into the sewers and they start fighting the goblins, they deal with like a convoy of goblins that are on the riverway and stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw the goblin boat. I saw them killing goblins on the boat. I think directly after that is where I dropped off.
That's the first part of the sewers. There's three parts to the sewers.
Okay.
Because then they find out there's a goblin tribe already on land. They fight it initially and they break it off, and then they get lured into a trap where the Goblin Slayer gets fucking knocked out. Like it gets, it's actually like really good. From that point forth, right now, I think they're getting ready to go deal with more into Orcblog's background and how he was trained, which is also a really cool thing because like that was a plot twist that I didn't see coming. I was like,
maybe I'll give it another shot. Maybe
it's not bad. Again, it's not for everyone. I like it because it's fun, it's different, and honestly, who cares if there's waifu and fluff in it? It's not bad. This is Japan. There's waifu and fluff in every series now.
People will. Okay, look. No, here's the thing. You don't have to put waifus in things. People will like make waifus out of anything.
Example: Russian naval officer.
Exactly, right? I mean, maybe I'll give it another shot. Like, it's just the inconsistency annoys me a little bit.
No, that's fair. Again, like, I'm not blaming you for not like. Again, I don't like Berserk because at times, even I will say, like, it wasn't my kind of cup of tea initially.
Why not?
Because even when I watched it with you guys,
or what?
It just honestly, it felt more like for shock value in some cases. But again, I
don't find that because the instances of like things happening are so rare, And often, like, especially late the Eclipse, because, like, okay, so this isn't as much a thing when you watch the movies, but Berserk the manga and the anime start on the Black Swordsman arc. Specifically, they start with Guts killing, like, this really big snake apostle guy.
Okay.
And this is, like, after the Golden Age, when he's, like, this fucked up, like, murder badass, right? God
A murder hobo.
damn it. Josh.
Fucking what did he do?
So fucking good.
Oh my god.
The only way to do it.
That is the only way to do it.
The only way to do it.
But yeah, no, like, so like you already know that his you see the fact that he can't actually sleep because the brand is just permanently on him, and like if he ever tries to go to sleep, spirits will just come crawling out of the woodwork to murder him. So he's constantly just moving, murdering giant ass monsters and keeping going, trying to find Griffith so he can get his fucking revenge. And then it doesn't tell you specifically Griffith. It just says he's looking for, like, he's got a mission. This is a man on a mission. Yeah. And then it flashes back to actually in the manga it goes a bit further to the point where you actually like see who Griffith is, and then it flashes back to the Golden Age, and you see him like grow up and make these bonds, and you know that like something's going to happen to turn him into the person you saw at the very beginning. Yeah. And you don't know what it is, but you know it's going to be bad. And like there's no like supernatural shit going up to that. So it's like also got to have something to do with like the giant snake man and the slug man and stuff that you've already seen.
Yeah, none of it's there.
And then it all happens in the fucking eclipse, and it just fucking steps on everything you care about.
Yeah. Well, the thing is I've also seen like Attack on Titan and of course now Goblin Slayer and a few other like darker shows and stuff like that. But the thing is, like for me, when I initially watched Berserk with you, again, I will freely admit it's a good series. But it wasn't just my kind of cup of tea at the time. I might probably give it a try again, but at the same time, I'm just kind of like, whatever.
Give it a read instead of watching any adaptation. The manga is the best way to enjoy it, especially since the art is so goddamn gorgeous in the books. Like,
but the thing is I've also watched a YouTuber. He was talking about like he was doing like character profiles of like Eren Yeager, and then he did Guts. And I watched him
Soul.
talk.
I know that guy. He's great.
He's good. Go fucking watch him, people. Give him subs. He's actually really good. And I was watching that.
He's so hard to find because his channel name is so generic. It's just Soul.
Yeah, Soul. Soul.
Like how are you gonna find that? Yeah, I mean, okay. So like the thing about like watching that video is the only thing I've got experience I've got with Attack on Titan past like season 2-ish.
Yeah.
And like Attack on Titan hooked me like the first time around, as I think it did with a lot of people. It just hooked him right away. But like looking back, it is over dramatic to the point of being goofing at a lot of points.
Oh yeah.
And I suppose the book's gonna have a lot less of those problems, but God, like looking back, it's just so fucking goofy. I can't take it seriously.
Oh no, I agree. That's the thing is like because initially when I got into it, the anime had just come out, and I read ahead, and I knew that like the moment we got past the arc where like fucking what's his name betrays Eren Yeager and all that jazz happens, they went right into the political stuff, and I was like, I like this, and then it just fucking dragged its feet because it was a once a month update. And I was like,
Muffin, a once-a-month update. You want real suffering? Read Berserk. Fucking suffer like I have. Guts got on the boat and then didn't get off for fucking 7 years.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah,
didn't get off a boat for 7 years?
Because that's how long he was on hiatus for.
Yeah, no, like, so basically, one of the more recent arcs of Berserk, and I say recent very loosely because it's been going on for, like, more than a decade now at this point, is that basically Araki's updates to Berserk, or Araki? No.
Wow, that is the wrong name.
No, Araki is JoJo. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
All these weeb men. It's Miyazaki, right? No, it's
no.
Miyazaki is Dark Souls. I'm falling apart. Miura. Jesus. Okay. I was opening Google.
No,
I did not open Google. I was starting to open Google, but then my brain started working.
I'm going to double check this. I want to make sure.
It's Miura. I guarantee it. Wait until I'm totally fucking wrong. No, it's Miura. Yeah, Miura was pretty consistent up till like that arc. And then Guts gets on, basically, like, Guts and, like, Co at that point, because he's got, like, a bunch of kids he's looking after at that point, basically.
You are correct.
I was right the third time. Third time's the charm. Rocky, Jesus. It's because Josh linked a goddamn JoJo picture. No, like, it's... Like, and then, like, as soon as Guts got on the boat, basically, as soon as Guts got on the boat, updates slowed to a crawl. And the book just, it started updating slower, and there are massive hiatuses. And basically, he's been, like, the amount of time he spent on the boat, chapter-wise, is pretty insignificant in the overall story of Berserk, but...
It's what, like 10, it's like what, 10 episodes, like 10
it's
chapters?
Like fucking 10 years that we've been waiting for Guts to get off this boat. And then he finally got off the boat, and people lost their shit, and then Jesus, Miura fucking vanishes again. And he's been updating occasionally.
There's 40 chapters to it. He's 52 years old, and there's been a big development recently, and then he just switched perspectives on us, and now we've been waiting for another couple months. So enjoy that. I don't want to spoil it, but like somebody who lost their memories gets their memories back, and then we cut away to fucking someone fighting yeah, no. Okay, like spoilers. I've been told by Brendan, because he knows, like, I didn't, like, because he was there when I watched it with you, and I was like, it's not my cup of tea. It's a good.
They finally make it to the Elf Island. Casca gets her memories back after like a pretty cool sequence, and then we cut away to fucking Griffith fighting giants.
Oh, god damn it!
And it kills me. And now we've been waiting.
The await is eternal.
Yep.
I know for a fact that Guts just like looks at a kid and goes, "Go fucking kill yourself, kid."
What?
Yeah. Yeah, Guts apparently, because again, Soul was actually like the one who, like, again, all I know about Guts is
during the dark times, Guts is a real dick.
Guts is a real asshole.
Like he's just I gotta get my revenge and fuck anyone who gets in my. Oh man, yeah, no. So when Guts is on his own, like shit gets real dark. Like I said, Lost Children is like the most disturbing part of that whole show. Like it crushes the Eclipse.
I'll probably have to give it a read.
Eclipse guts you, but fucking
good pun.
Yeah, that's not even intentional. Fuck you. Like Lost Children is like takes the cake for just disturbing imagery.
That's fair.
But yeah, you should go read it if you wanna read some fucked up shit. It's gonna stick with you. But it's also fantastic.
But yeah, well, that's the thing is for me right now with like I'm not interested. Like I don't read very many manga anymore. I think
we've talked about a little bit too much manga. Jeff and Josh have just been sitting there quietly.
I'm just doing work. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, just hey.
I mean, this has been a long ass podcast too. How many hours are we on now?
We're only on an hour and a half.
I've got an hour 50, but I started recording way early.
Yeah, I started out recording really early too. So
10 hours of nothing because I started.
Oh my god! No,
turn on my computer and turn on the recording.
But the thing is like the only mangas I watch right now are fucking Hero Academia, because I fucking love that series. I haven't read or watched or seen anything else other than that because nothing else has caught my eye. I'm going back and watching old Gundams because Gundam's a great show and it sucks that it's dying.
I came here to laugh at you.
How is Gundam dying? Please explain.
Well, you don't get as many, like, you don't get the 50 episode arcs anymore, where it's like,
because those don't work as anime anymore.
They don't work as anime, so you get fucking 24 episodes, fucking quick jaunts through the fucking plot instead of building up the political world and stuff like that. And that's the reason why Gundam's dying. You can see that with the most recent Gundam.
Did you ever watch Legend of the Galactic Heroes?
I want to. It's on my watch list.
Do it, pussy.
Have you watched it?
No. Do it, pussy.
Do it, pussy. Well, you know what, Rory? You know what? How about me and you watch together?
Oh, God. You know what? I'll take that bet. You'll tap out before I do, bitch.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Can I point out that I watched the whole series of the original fucking Gundam and how fucking boring that shit got at times?
Yeah, there was a reason why that show got canceled.
And that's the reason. There was also a reason why I came back and got a sequel series, not once but twice, and then got a movie, and then got another series. 40 years later.
Because Char is great. Fight me.
Because Char is great, and Gundam
his
Unicorn
mech
is
is
great.
pink. You can't tell me otherwise.
It is pink.
They didn't have
it
enough
is.
money for red.
It is pink. And I love it. Again, yeah.
I love how they always say red, but it's clearly pink. He's the red comet. No, he's not. You couldn't afford red. He's the pink comet.
Mind you, now even with Origins, where they follow Char, like the Gundam's still like it's red clearly, but you stop and you look at it, you're like, that doesn't look like
a pink.
It doesn't look crimson. It looks like a softer red. I'll accept this because it's still. Oh man,
It's totally red, and I don't want to say anything because Char will kill me with mind bullets.
no, Char won't.
All right, that's Vader.
Yeah, no. Char didn't need mind bullets to be cool. Anyway, do we have anything else, or is that a podcast?
I think that's a problem.
Unless you want to talk about Joker.
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess so. I do have that on my topic list.
Hang on. Okay, before we do this, do we want to commit to this madness?
What?
Do we want to commit to talking about just like Smash and Joker for like another 20 minutes? Do we want to commit to this?
I don't think we're going to talk that much about it. You guys haven't really. No one's been consistently playing it.
I've been playing it all the time. What the fuck are you on?
You have? Oh, thank God. Okay, Allan and Josh told me you hadn't. Okay, who are you playing Smash? Who are you maining? Fight me. Fight me right now. Who are you maining?
Probably Falcon and Sheik.
Okay, you fucking basic bitch. Oh man, I've been loving like the new characters or the changed characters. Right now I'm playing a lot of Ridley.
They've done so much stuff, and it's just amazing. Like you get characters like so quickly, and it just feels so good. Like, and that's the reason why like I've been maining like those two characters because I want to go through the game and stuff like that. But every once in a while, like I'll play like Ryu, and I'll be like, I want to play Ryu. Ryu. Every once in a while, I'll be like, I want to play Ryu, and then like all of a sudden, like it's like, yeah, I'm gonna play Ryu, and then like all of a sudden, like I'll be like forced to like play like against Bayonetta as Ryu, and I'll be like, oh shit.
I mean, Bayonetta. This isn't Smash 4. Bayonetta just can't. Like she's not as ridiculously overpowered as she was in Smash 4.
Yeah,
I've been playing a lot of Ridley. I'm having a lot of fun with Ridley. I love his goddamn command grabs so much. And his neutral air is fantastic.
I like what he can do. Like you can make him do the Queen thing.
The Queen thing?
You can make him do the Queen song, like the dun 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 dun.
Oh, we will rock you.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, apparently a bunch of people have been playing around with the Smash, and apparently you can make them do songs.
Oh, okay. People are just using the sound assets from the game to
no,
make
like they're
acapellas,
like how like their movesets are, like where like their attack actions is thump thump puff thump thump puff thump thump puff, and it matches to Queen, and it's just like, huh.
I mean, like that's literally the simplest thing to like the beat to keep in the world. That's why Queen made it part of the song. Speaking of which, we're jumping back on movies now. Back on a tangent. Has everyone else seen Bohemian Rhapsody?
I have not. I was planning to, but it completely slipped my mind when back in November.
Really? None of you?
I know how that movie ends, so I don't really want to be depressed.
Yeah, but like that's a fact of life that you have to face. Freddie Mercury is dead. Watch the fucking movie. It's
great. He's not dead. He's sleeping. He's in a coma.
No, he's. Oh my God. He moved to do a nice new band upstate. No. Freddie's dead. Watch the goddamn movie.
Everything I hear about is good, and like the way that I consume movies is like the most heathen thing. Is like I don't like going to theaters. I just don't.
I love going to theaters.
Yeah, well, you're also like one of those assholes who's like.
I'm one of those filthy normies who likes going to see movies on a big screen, right? Yeah. How disgusting! Why can't I just stay at my home all the time and watch movies?
You're one of those poor plebeians who can't afford like a big screen.
I have a big screen.
He has a big screen, and it's still really nice to go to the theater and watch a movie on this fuck off screen that you're like, yes.
Also, you don't have to give a fuck about spoilers if you've already seen the goddamn thing.
I just know how it ends, so that's
Yeah, but like, it's not the journey, it's the destination, and also they nail every use of fucking of Queen's music in that movie.
Yep.
It's great.
That's what I've heard is like, again, this movie is just fucking spot on apparently. And I'm not even mad about it. And it's one of the reasons why I'm a little upset that I missed it when it was in theaters.
yeah. That was one of those things that like I wanted to see in theaters, and then I just didn't. I was in school at the time, so it was just like tears, basically.
You know,
Yeah,
go goddamn watch it.
I will. I will, Rory.
What's your favorite Queen song?
Bicycle Race and We Are the Champions.
Bohemian
fair.
Rhapsody, unfortunately. As well as We Will Rock You.
I mean, I'm over here with like "Don't Stop Me Now" is mine,
Yeah.
and mine's in the credits, so it's still in there. It's just not part of the movie.
Is Bohemian Rhapsody actually in the movie as part of like...
Of course. I mean, it's sort of. I mean, it's not really a documentary, but it's a.
It's a biopic.
It is like a Yeah, it's a biopic. It's a chronological retelling. So like, when fucking God damn it, my poster fell off the wall. When Bohemian Rhapsody comes out,
Fix it later, nerd.
chronologically, it's like part of the goddamn. It's part of the story. Yeah, it's in there. Obviously, it is. There's actually a lot of time spent on it.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, when it comes out on DVD, I'll have to go pick it up and watch it.
Yeah.
All right. Is that a podcast?
That's a podcast.
You know, I'll just squeeze this in at the very end. I'm hyped for Joker and Smash, and 2B is in Soul Calibur,
Yeah.
and that's great. That's about it.
I kind of want to buy Soul Calibur just to play 2B.
Yeah, she's apparently fucking great.
I mean, I
From
still
everything I've
haven't
seen-
played. I still haven't played Nier, so.
You disgust me,
Well, okay.
I
don't.
have plans to play it, but I don't have it yet. So
Alan. You permanently disgust me. I'm not that surprised.
I mean, Rory. The reason why I haven't played Nier yet is because
Okay. You could talk to me right now, or you could go play Nier.
go play Nier.
I'm also
Do
in
it.
school and I'm crying a lot.
I'm going to be playing Doom probably over after Christmas.
Play Nier, cry more.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to do it when it goes on sale if I get.
Also, maybe play the first one as well. It's also a good game. It's just, its mechanics are a little
This is
Weird.
going to.
weak.
This is going to require me to actually go out and buy one of those old game consoles, isn't it?
No.
I mean, maybe. You could also watch the Best Friends playthrough.
That's probably what I'm going to do. And then feel sad for a completely different reason. Like what?
I'm going to feel sad
That
for
one's Pat
completely
and
different...
Liam, and they're both. Liam left a while ago.
Dude, I've had such a rough week this week because like retail fucking sucks.
Yeah, well, tell us something we don't know.
Yeah, and so like
You are preaching to the choir here.
yeah, and so like I'm also like a student now, so it's like oh like great, and then my computer decided to like fucking destroy half its USB ports. Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, PC gaming.
Oh, good news, actually. I'm going to bring up good news about PC gaming. Halo 6 is coming to the fucking PC. They're not being treated as second-class citizens anymore. And I'm like, fucking finally.
Wait,
we'll see.
Wait,
Probably going to be a bad port. B, oh boy,
No.
Sixth game.
They are actually like building it for PC first.
Great. Now to see if the game's any good.
Yeah, that's the catch.
now here's the thing. I can't wait until it comes out in every PC. Everybody goes, that's not Halo, and it's going to be like, oh, great, it's going to be one of these fights again. Fantastic.
Apparently, they're focusing more on Halo Reach's combats, Halo Reach's style of gameplay and stuff like that.
Oh, so the best one. So we're going to get a second-class ripoff of that one, too. Fantastic.
Man,
I
Jeff,
love all the
you
positivity in this call right now.
No, I just know what they're going to do. And it's not even like it's going to be bad. It's just going to be like, well, we tried our best. We made the best thing that we can. And then it's going to be like, you're going to look at it and you're going to be like, this okay. I guess
Jeff,
this is better
Jeff,
anything is better than 4.
Anything's better than 5, you mean?
Both of them were terrible.
No, they weren't. 4 was
Third
fun.
time's the charm. They'll get it.
But that's the thing, though, is like I'm actually kind of excited because, like, man, I kind of actually hope it's good.
I'm excited too. I just like don't want to. I've been betrayed before.
Where did the bad man touch you, Jeff?
In my ass.
That's where I keep my Halo collection. right in between my butt cheeks.
Oh,
Is that a
man.
podcast?
That's a fucking podcast.
Where did the Batman touch you? In my ass.
Right between my butt
Right next to
cheeks.
my Halo collection.
Thank you for joining us this week, ladies and gentlemen.
Is Halo collection? I mean, Halo collection could like work as a euphemism for your butthole.
Oh my god.
I mean, Halo's around, buttholes around,
Oh my god.
and collection could be like a euphemism for clenching. So it's like a clenching circle. That works. It all comes together.
No. Ed. Stop it, Shane.
My name is Rory. I haven't
Stop
she-
it,
I haven't
Shane.
I haven't seen Shane in years.
Stop it.
Especially after what Shane did to you, Jeff.
Wait, what did Shane do to you? What did he do to your clenching circle?
What did Shane
Did your
do?
Halo ring.
We're not doing a podcast next week, ladies and gentlemen. We're skipping out so we can have some holidays to ourselves. You can find us on Podbean, iTunes, I guess, now, YouTube, whatever Jeff normally says. Thank you for joining us, and have a good holiday season. Merry
Yeah,
Christmas.
Don't collect your halos too hard.
Oh my god, damn it.
Watch out your
Or if
Halo
you get coal for Christmas, clench your halos real hard, turn into diamonds. I'm really reaching for this.
Diamond is unbreakable.
I hate you guys, but at the same time. I
Golden
love
Wind is on right now, actually, sir.
you. Okay.
So should we worry about golden showers then?
God damn it.
I mean, that Golden Wind does have the most famous and beloved piss drinking scene in all of anime.
Oh god
Wait,
damn.
what?
Okay, I think
I'm
we
not
are
even
done.
joking.
We are done.
Most
Stop the
famous
press.
and beloved piss drinking scene
Oh my
in
God.
all of anime. Holy shit, watch JoJo. That's never going to make sense unless you watch it.
Or read it.
Drink the piss.
Or read it.
Piss.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
Have a good
thank
night.
you for
Bye.
listening. Have a good night, guys.
Oh shit, we were still going? Fuck. Like this, and we go like, okay, now substantiate that. And you're just like, I don't wanna.
I came home.
God
and-
damn it, Jeff. We
No.
need context.
No, I literally like this week has been like, hey, how can God hit you in the bananas and stuff like that? Literally, I've been dealing with so much bullshit that it's like best can be described as like, yeah, like this is the bullshit that I used to deal with, and now it's fucking garbage.
Okay, so what happened?
What happened?
Okay, so like at work, we had a Best Buy employee. That was a
All right.
mistake.
Oh, that is a mistake.
Yeah, that's a very big mistake.
Why is that a mistake?
Best Buy employees suck.
Best Buy employee, what do they
Okay,
do?
but
They
why,
force because they force people to buy things that they don't want to buy, and then I have to do all the returns.
Okay.
Okay. Have you ever been into a Best Buy, Rory?
Once or twice.
Have you
but
been
I'm
into a new
incredible-
one at all?
No, not
Go
not
to-
for years. I don't think.
Go to a new one because like all they have is like the actual reps there, and the reps are not as forceful as the actual individuals. They're just like, this product sucks, and here's why it sucks, and you shouldn't buy that product because it sucks. And reps
So
are
wait, they tell you not to buy things?
they tell you not to buy things. They tell you not to buy things because they suck.
Okay.
And so, like, that's how like the new Best Buy stores are set up.
Oh, so they fired all the assholes.
Yeah.
And
We
now
have
everyone
one,
else has to deal with the assholes.
now we have one of those assholes. So he decided that it was a great idea in order to steal a sale I just made.
Oh, okay. Wait, so oh man, that's spicy dickishness.
That's what I
Like-
said.
Like, wow.
Yeah,
What an asshole! Did you call him on it?
I did. And he's like, "Well, you made a mistake." It's like, dude, like literally, I just made the sale. You literally walked up, took it, put it on another transaction, and then you took $10 off of it because you felt like it. It's not okay. Like, that wasn't okay.
What a douche!
Yeah. And then
What an absolute cunt.
Steal his lunch.
and then
Beat him up,
this week
steal his lunch.
and then this week basically I cleaned my computer and then my computer died.
Oh,
Moral of the story,
rust was
don't
holding
clean
it
your
together.
computer.
moral of the story,
Yeah,
don't clean your computer.
Just
Fucking
hope it
right.
holds together long enough for you to get to watch enough porn and then get a new one.
Well, no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay the $300 and I'm just going to get them to fix it and I'm going to be like, look.
Okay,
Like, I
that's
asked them-
also an acceptable solution.
Yeah, and I'm just going to say like they're going to give me a new one and if they give me like if they gave me like a Z270, I would be like, "Oh, that's convenient. I appreciate that." Cuz mine's like a not a Z270, mine's like a first gen Z board, Z170.
Ow. Fuck.
As long as I don't have to buy like a new part, like a processor or anything like that, I'm happy.
Cool.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to grab a bottle of water.
All right. So what else happened?
That's about it. Like it's like
Oh, okay.
it's like I'm back in school, so it's like oh, like school's great and everything's going fine and I'm passing all my classes. And did I mention I'm back in school and I don't want to kill half my classmates?
You don't want to kill half your classmates?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually
So
decent
that's-
people.
Oh, okay. So definitely not like last time.
Where like literally by the end, like literally half the student body hated me. Yeah.
Man. Okay. Like I never hated you, but I did make it my mission to dick you. To
You
fucking dick
you
on
weren't
you.
actively sitting there calling me a fucking racist pile of shit.
No,
my face.
no, I just liked making fun of people. I thought I was the biggest dick at Nate,
No,
but that's because I went out of my way to be one.
no, you were actually decent.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
Like I sat there and I
When
made
the guy who's literally out to get a rise out of people is one of the decent human beings. I mean, according to sources that aren't me.
yeah.
I swear.
What's this?
I
What did I come back to?
I just revealed blew Rory's mind. Rory was like, "Yeah, I was trying to actually be a dick to you most of the time. I'm sorry about that." I'm like, "Yeah, you weren't the biggest dick there."
Rory feels inadequate
Look,
now.
I mean, shit. Now I feel like I wasn't. I feel like I wasn't living up to my potential. I just feel like I could have done better in life.
Like it says something when like you get like when you're getting called racist and stuff like that, and then you just stop caring, and then you're just like, well, like I don't see the problem with saying the N-word as much as I do. Like that was like the level.
Hi, Josh. Welcome back to the world of the living.
Oh my god.
Wait, I mean, Alan,
means
weren't you the
nipple,
one who
right? He
actually
says
said it
nipple
on this
too often?
podcast?
I have said it several times actually.
Okay.
Every single
Nipple,
time Tiff tells
right?
them.
Nipple? It's nipple.
Did you hear what happened to Sargon though?
What happened?
Oh yeah, his Patreon got took down, didn't it?
Yeah.
Are we recording?
Yes, we
Is everyone recording?
I'm recording.
Okay.
I'm recording too.
And
okay,
I'm just
go.
really quickly because I don't want to talk about this on the podcast. It's been a big
Start
time.
the podcast
Yeah.
stealthily.
So we just sync and then we can get into this.
Yeah,
All right,
bullshit.
yeah.
We should probably get into this because we're already talking about topics.
All right, sync in.
Because we're all
three,
impatient fucks.
Sinking in.
in 3, 2, 1.